Bonjour tout le monde, je m'appelle Tito, je fais des vidéos sur les finances personnelles sur mon autre chaîne, mais sur cette chaîne, je parle d'autres choses comme aujourd'hui où je vais revoir le film sur Prime Video après 30. Now guys, this review is going to be different from how I typically do my reviews because I don't want to think about this film too much. I have very strong opinions about this film after 30, and if I had sat down and done my research and put my thoughts together for how to do this review, I'd have gotten so overwhelmed that I probably would not have done the review anymore. So I've decided to just wing it and just come on camera and speak off the top of my head about what I thought about After 30, this new film that came out on Prime Video this weekend. Well, last weekend at this point, because you guys are probably going to see it in this video, this review in the new week. But it came out on Friday, the 9th of May. There's so much to say. Okay, that was Before 30, a series which came out like 8 years ago. But now it's several years after, and it's a movie called After 30, and it follows the lives of these four friends, right? Let me talk about the performances. Performances from a few of the actors were all right. I don't want to mention them individually. Ukeje is also in the film as one of the actors, and Asah Samuel is also one of the actors and one of the male love interests in the film. Yeah, and there are other prominent faces in the movie. I don't want to talk about the acting because I have very strong opinions about some of the actors and performances in the film that it wouldn't be in my best interest to, I mean, you guys are now watching and saying, oh, here we go, Tito is going to be diplomatic again, so he's going to say a whole bunch of stuff without saying anything at all. You're damn right. The reason is, I'll come back to the performances. The reason is, the director of this movie, Momo Spaine, is a friend of mine. I can call her a friend, and she's a delightful person. And gosh, maybe I should have sat down to align my thoughts or put my thoughts together before doing this review. The kind of person I am, if I'm not pleased with something that a friend has done, I'd rather tell them in person than to say it publicly, like in a YouTube video or a review. So I don't think I would be honoring our friendship if she heard my thoughts about her film, which aren't exactly positive, if she heard them on a public platform as opposed to me giving her the benefit and the honor and the dignity of telling her one-on-one. Do you get my point? Lately in life, in this recent chapter of life, I'm trying to be more careful about friendships. And we're not really like super close friends, but I mean, how do you even get to being super close friends when at this stage of the friendship, that the friendship isn't that deep? You're not being considerate of one's feelings or of one's work, right? Which is what I'm trying to be. Let me finish with the performances, then I'll talk about what I feel was done right about After 30. The performances, let me see what I liked about performance-wise. I liked Meg Otanwa's performance. Meg Otanwa she's a professional. She's a class act. Meg never drops the ball. Love Meg. Who's also, I always mention it whenever I talk about Meg. She's my birthday mate, February 14th. And I opened up this video with French. You guys know I've been learning French for a couple of years now. And Meg speaks French, fluent French. She even speaks French in the film. And she speaks Hausa as well. Is it a polyglot? Is that the word? Of somebody who can speak multiple languages. And that's one of the things I liked about After 30. It gave Meg the opportunity to showcase her skills, not just her fantastic acting skills, but the fact that she can speak different languages. And Anee, is it Anne or Anee Icha? Also a good performance from her. And is also an actress who delivers. She gets a bit typecast, in my opinion, but she did well. I like the dynamic that her character was facing with regards questioning her sexuality, whether she's straight or she wants to cross over to the gay side. I liked that they delved into that, or that they touched on that, because I talk a lot about dating and relationships, because dating and relationships is, I'm interested in that stuff, and you see lots of it on social media, and also I'm in a phase of life where I'm trying to settle down and stuff. So I don't shy away from dating and relationship topics. And I also started doing speed dating events this year. I had the first one in March. I have another one at the end of May the 31st, by the way. Let me use this out to plug my speed dating event. It's for people ages 25 to 35. It's on the island. It's 15,000 naira for a ticket, and it's a speed dating event. Essentially, what speed dating is it's a bunch of single people, a specific number, let's say 10 men, 10 women, and they have like 5 or 7 minutes together to talk and get to know each other to see if there's a connection. And if there is a connection, they will identify to me, the host, if they'd like to get to know each other afterwards, like if they want to be in touch, and I'll put them in touch. So that's in a nutshell what speed dating is. And the first one in March was really successful. We have another one at the end of this month. I'm selling tickets, 15,000 naira a pop. I'll put the link to how you can buy a ticket in the description box below. I guess it's good that I'm doing this off the top of my head or just freestyle, because if I didn't pick this route, I wouldn't have pitched my speed dating event. Where was I? Yes, dating. So I like that Anne's character Ada is exploring her sexuality, wondering if she's straight or she's gay. I liked seeing it because I don't think I've seen it before from Nollywood, and particularly because it's something that in this chapter of my life I've been wondering if there are many women today who are gay, have chosen to be gay because they just haven't found a great guy, or because men have let them down so much. And maybe men as well, maybe there are lots of gay men these days because women have let lots of men down. Maybe the demands on men have been so much and maybe really so unrealistic that they've just decided to just stick to their kind. So maybe that's been the case for both genders, but I think that's more of the case with lots of women who have crossed over, I'm assuming. So I liked seeing that, in real time in this film, because it seems as if Anne's character Ada just couldn't hack men, but she's now found somebody who kind of understands her and is willing to give her that nurture that she couldn't find with men, and she's now leaning into that. But for some reason, it just doesn't seem natural to her. And at the end of the film, you see that she doesn't go all the way. She doesn't go through with it to accept Alice's advances, because Alice was leaning in for a kiss, and that was quite steamy. When that happened, I was like, yay, penis 1, vagina 0. Or penis. Where was I? I'm heterosexual, and let me not get into my views on sexuality, because the comment section will be on fire. But I was happy that Anne chose to give men another try. So I think that's as much as I'll say about performances. What I liked, I think I've talked about what I liked. I liked Meg's performance. I liked the fact that Meg got to speak French and Hausa. I like that they explored sexuality with Alice and the characters Alice and Ada. Production design was really good. The outfits, because online what everyone has been saying was, the outfits were really dope. The outfits were dope. It was a very colorful production. Set design was really good. Speaking of set design, the character Ada, her bedroom, when she gets a call that her godmother had passed away, that bedroom, my goodness, I was like, hold up, this bedroom is beautiful. I'm going to watch it again, take a screenshot or a picture of it and put it on like my inspiration board or whatever, because that bedroom, the things I didn't like about After 30. I didn't like that they kind of cheated a bit. There isn't that much strong dialogue in the film. They cheated in terms of, they used a lot of monologues, not monologues, a voiceover. I think it's Damilola Adegbite's voiceover. She's explaining certain scenes, right? I would have preferred that those scenes had the actual dialogue to communicate what needed to be communicated, rather than we see the scene and then, Damilola Adegbite is, doing a voiceover explaining what's happening in the scene. That happened quite a lot, and I felt like it was a bit of a cop-out. I also really, really, really did not like how this film portrayed women, because these 4 characters, throughout the thing, they're making bad choice after terrible decision. It's just back-to-back bad, selfish choices. They ended up looking like fake friends, because all the backbiting, honestly, these are people that you've been friends with for a number of years, and you proclaim or presume to say you love, right? But yet you're undermining each other like this. Look at the scene of Ada's lunch. They come for Ada's lunch, an event, and then is it Aisha, Meg's character, and Beverly's character, they go at it. They're having a full-blown argument there and there in public at their friend's lunch. Their friend tries to say, guys, calm down, and they pretty much shut her up. How toxic a friendship is that? And even Alice, Ada's homegirl, tries to say, guys, let's try, and then they tell her off too. So the friendship is crap, and then that scene is quelled. That moment is quelled when Damilola Adegbite's character blurts out, "I slept with Aki," or also Ukeje's character. That's what kind of quells the moment. That moment was just really off. That moment was off. And then the way the thing ends, a cliffhanger, the way the series ended. Why? What was the reason? Osi Ukeje's character and Damilola Adegbite's character, they get back together. Then Atlanta Bridget Johnson's character comes to tell Osi's character that, look, I'm pregnant. She brings the scan. She doesn't meet him at home, so she gives it to Damilola Adegbite's character. That one does not even have a conversation with Osi Ukeje's character. She ups and leaves and goes back to the man she was, engaged to. She gets on a plane and goes to South Africa to go and meet him. In what world? And while I was watching this movie, I kept on saying to myself, in what world? In what world? In what world? In what world will a woman who has gotten pregnant for her ex-fiance, very recent ex-fiance, she gets pregnant for him, she does the scan, and she goes to his house to give him the scan and to inform him that he's going to be a dad. She now doesn't meet him, but she tells the new girlfriend and gives the girlfriend the scan, and then she goes. In what world? If at all she went and she didn't meet the man and she met his girlfriend there, she just said, okay, thank you, I'll call him, or I'll come back, or whatever. There's just so many things that just, even when Damilola Adegbite's character goes to Abuja to go and see Osi's character, he's conveniently outside. She's in the Uber, he's conveniently outside taking a call, and he sees her, and she's ducking and dodging, and where are we? What are we talking about? What I didn't like, Abby. I have said what I didn't like. It's quite unfortunate. Okay, yes, something, and maybe this is in conclusion. And I remember telling this to a couple of friends who wanted my opinion about this film after I watched it, and they watched it as well on Friday. This film, if you're involved with this film and you're still here, I think that now is the time to stop watching this video. You've gotten the general gist. You can end it here. Okay, bye. This film did nothing for me. It did not entertain me. It did not inform me of anything. If anything, it misinformed me. Because when Aisha goes to Switzerland to get her tubes tied, the doctor is like, are you sure about this? It's irreversible. Once you want to do this process. She was getting her tubes tied. That stuff is very reversible. It's reversible. Showing that somebody didn't do their research when writing this film. It's reversible. That's one. If they really wanted to give us that shock value, they should have said, okay, Aisha took her womb out for whatever medical reason. Then we would have been shocked. Then that's something that's actually irreversible. So, the film did not inform me. If anything, it misinformed the public. This film did not give me hope for love or a happy ending. Because none of the characters, once again, like in the series, find love at the end of the movie. So what's the point? And it didn't give me joy. This film left me with nothing. I watched this film after like 2 hours, and I don't leave happy. I don't leave hopeful for the future of like love and relationships and all that stuff. I haven't learned anything particularly new. I've been misinformed. I left with nothing. I only saw attractive women and good clothes and nice decor. And so it made me wonder, okay, what were they trying to achieve with this film? What was the objective? What were they trying to show? What was the objective? What were they trying to impart on us? What were they trying to leave us with? Oh, Lord have mercy. Guys, I don't know if you enjoyed this rant. I can't call it a review. I don't know if you enjoyed it or not. I don't know if I spoke your mind or not. But please do me a favor and like this video. Like something that's tied to this movie. Wow. Like this video by clicking on the like button just underneath the video. And subscribe to my channel as well by clicking on the black subscribe button. Wow. Like I said, I recapped the AMVCAs, which was yesterday. I've done that. Click the card in the corner of the screen to check that out. Earlier in the week, I released my prediction video. If you have time, you can watch that as well. Also linked in the card in the corner of the screen or in the description box below. And finally, if you're single between the ages of 25 and 35 and you're trying to, give love a chance or meet new people, then in the description below, you can click the link for my speed dating event, which also have the handle to my Instagram account where I do the speed dating thing. I talk about speed dating and whatnot. But if you want to buy a ticket, the link will be below. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been interesting, to say the least. I'm rambling. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.